Hi, my name is Ruben Alves. I am from Robot Ignite Academy, and today we are going to see how to create an action client and how to call the server, and also print the feedback and the result of the call to the server. For that, we are going to use this platform, which is the best one if you want to learn ROS really fast. Let's start here a course, ROS Basics in 5 days to get started. We wait some seconds, and here we have it. If you remember our previous videos, we have created an action server as well as the message, of course. And if you haven't seen this video, you can see the link for them on the description of this video. So we already have an action server, and now let's create an action client. So let's enter here on our package, which is actions tutorial. Here we have the scripts folder with the action server, which is here. So let's create now an action client, and let's make it executable, because if you see here it's white, so it's not executable, or it should be green. So action client, now it's executable. Okay, now let's implement our client. Let's maximize here to make it easier. Also change the font size to be better. Okay, since we are working with Python, we first need this instruction here. It was rbin env python. We need to import rospy. Also, because we are working with action lib, with action, we need to import action lib, and we are going to call the message, the server that we implemented on the previous video, which is this one, action wash the dishes, this action service. So we have to call this action server here, wash the dishes as. Let me close this. Okay, so we have to import these messages here, which is wash the dishes action, and we also have to import the feedback. So from our package, which is actions tutorial message, import wash the dishes action and wash the dishes goal, because we are going to call the server, we need to send a goal. So if name is main, then we run our code. We define here our node, init node. Let's call our node action client, and result equals call server. Let's implement here the function call server, def call server, and for the moment let's implement the server, and call server, print the result. The result is the result. Let's put this inside a try, so if something goes wrong, we have a better message. So try accept rospy interrupt exception, print something went wrong. If it doesn't work, something went wrong, and we print the error. Now let's implement the action server, this function call server. First we need to define a client, which is action lib simple action client. We have to call the action server that we implemented earlier, which is wash the dishes action server. So we put here action server, and the message, the structure of the action is in this wash the dishes action. So we have to wait for the server, wait for the connection. Once you have the connection, we have to send our goal. We have here the message wash the dishes goal. If you remember in the previous video, we have seen that the goal message have the parameter number of minutes, which is how long the robot is going to wash the dishes. So number of minutes, let's put here 7, and you have to send the goal. So client send goal. Once we send the goal, we have to wait for the result. So wait for the result of the action, because it takes a long time depending on the action. And once the result is ready, let's get the result. So client get result, and let's return that value to the main function that's called this function, return result, which is going to be printed in here. We need to, since an action service sends the feedback, we can also print the feedback. So let's define here a function feedback callback, which receives the callback message, and let's print here feedback received and message. This message is called here. When we send the goal, we have to define the callback. So feedback callback equals feedback callback. Okay, I think everything is in place now. So let's try to run our server defined in the previous video, and also the client. So let's run. The name of our package is actions tutorial and action server. Let's see. Okay, I think because the previous video was made another day, we have to compile our workspace again and source the devel setup bash. Let's source here on the other shell as well. Source catechin devel setup bash. Okay, these messages are going to be found now. If you execute our server again, okay, it's fine. Now let's try to run our client that we just implemented in here. So let's run actions tutorial and action client. Yeah, it's called. You see the feedback message received, the one you just defined here, feedback message received, and the result is that we have defined in here. The result is, and here we have it. You see, very easy to define a client. It's just this, an action client. Just to let you know, in this course this was a simple client, but in this course here we have the instructions to define your own client, a more detailed explanation. Here we have a simulation. We see how to define a client which tells this drone to take many messages, many pictures. Okay, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to our channel because we are publishing a new video every single day. Thanks for watching.